Welcome to 50 Nights of Fright. I'm Tommy, joined once again by Zach.
Hello.
Today, we are covering Eli Roth and Quentin Tarantino's Hostel.
Quentin Tarantino's part of Hostel?
Yeah, he was one of the executive producers.
I did not know.
Well, now you know,
Yeah.
and knowing is half the battle.
Hell.
What did you think of Hostel?
It's gore porn.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I do. I'm a big fan. Like we had Saw's up here. Someone did Saw. I like Saw. I like that kind of thing, I guess.
Well, we are right in that era of horror. You know, this that mid 2000s period.
Yeah,
it was
where they
marked by that very extreme torture and just
torture
very
porn.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of that era. Maybe it's because that's when I grew up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I say that. Technically, I guess I shouldn't say that I watched it when I was that age, but
Mm-hmm.
when it came out, was that like 2007, 8,
Yeah,
4, somewhere in that. I was a kid. I was not even a teenager yet, I don't think, but I like it, dude. Don't get me wrong. It gets it doesn't make me sick.
Mm-hmm.
But like it gets the anxious feeling in your stomach where you're like, ooh, like the Achilles tendon cut.
Yeah, I was like feeling that right before you said that too. I'm like, he's gonna bring that up, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that feeling like where your whole body
like,
reacts,
whoa.
the visceral reaction to something happening to someone
It's
else.
like seeing
You're still
another
like,
dude get
ooh.
hit in the crotch. You're like, oh, you feel it for him. You're like, ah.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things that sets Hostel apart from a lot of the films that followed it was that extreme attention to detail in those physical effects and like the goriness of some of those scenes. And it also, unfortunately, negatively impacted a lot of tourism industry going to...
yeah, I heard about that.
Which I...
Taken did too. Taken did as well.
I can't say I'm not one of those people that's like, I'm probably not going to go to, Eastern Europe on vacation.
Yeah, well, I guess we can get sex trafficked too. I feel like that's probably more likely to happen for an American college female student. I guess at some point they need whoever they can get, so...
There's a market for anybody.
There's a market for anybody, there really is. The more I think about it, the more the scene. I guess that's going to be my answer to that question.
Before I even get to that question, the scene with the Achilles, that gets everybody.
Woo!
Yeah.
When I rewatched the movie, I knew, because it's about to happen. It's like he's on the chair and everything, and he's wanting to. Oh God, my toes are curling right now. It's the movie is overshadowed by that scene. It is a decent movie, though. I genuinely think it is a decent film.
Yeah, one of the things that really sets Hostel apart from a lot of the movies on this whole list, or really horror movies in general, is you don't have a final girl, so to speak. You're following this one guy throughout the whole film, and so you're seeing all these things happen to him and his buddy, and at any point it's like, this guy's gonna die, and spoilers, he makes it to the end, which is very rarely happens in horror movies for not only a male protagonist to actually survive the horror, but somewhat get a little bit of revenge. So even at the end.
Yeah, it is satisfying. Mm-hmm. It is a satisfying end. I think it's much more satisfying than Hostel 2.
Which completely undoes all of the satisfaction from the first one. Right out the gate.
Yeah.
Which, definitely made that at least memorable. Now, some of the scenes in Hostel 2, definitely still memorable, but nothing really will top that, the Achilles scene.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
I can feel it.
Yeah, right now, I like keep raising my feet up. It's I can't do it. Mm-mm.
Yeah, we're sitting on a chair that would just give someone the perfect...
access. I can right behind it. Eli Roth work. What did you think of his direction of the film? And
I love Eli Roth.
Mm-hmm.
Eli Roth is one of my favorite horror movie directors because he does gory stuff. But I feel like maybe it's a different story with Hostel, but I almost feel like he's not necessarily trying to focus on the gore. The gore is just there, and he lets it be there in detail. Because there's a lot of gore porn movies where you run into, people just like, they're just showing fake blood and guts and stuff on purpose just to show it. I feel like in Eli Roth movies, he does it with purpose, on purpose, but he does it with purpose. And just to give you that feeling, that effect. He does it so much more effectively, I guess, is the best way to put it. But also he does decent movies, too. Like, some people are like, oh, they're just gimmicky because of the gore or whatever. No, they're decent movies as well. Like, if you took the gore out of this and just made it a regular horror movie and just implied some of the stuff instead of showing it, it'd still be
very solid on a technical aspect as well. It's a well-made film.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's definitely one that stays with you long after you watch it. Are we going to give it a rating on a scale of 1 to 10? What are you feeling for Hostel?
I'll give it a 7.
A 7? Okay.
I'll put it at a 7. It's one of my favorite modern classics, probably. It's not my top, but it's definitely it's up there for me.
Okay.
I really enjoy Hostel.
So it helping usher in this era of extreme gore and the whole torture aspect. Has Hostel earned its place in history horror, sitting alongside the likes of Saw and possibly others?
I think so. I think it definitely brought into, because there's like Cannibal Holocaust and stuff like that, but those kind of got overshadowed and kind of buried, because of the extremist side of it. But this movie kind of kick-started that fan base in popular movies, where then people would go back and see some of those. So it's not, I don't think it's important in the way, like, it didn't start that, but it's important because it was big enough and it's important enough that it kick-started, like, people going back and looking into those kinds of things.
From a modern lens, it helped encourage people to revisit things that they otherwise never would have looked for.
Exactly, and I think that's important, so I definitely think it belongs in there, because you probably wouldn't have the popularity of that just subgenre of horror.
All right. Well, you heard it here, folks. Check out Hostel if you never want to feel comfortable sitting on a high chair again. Thanks for joining us on 50 Nights of Fright. That was Hostel. Be sure to check it out. Join us tomorrow where we will be watching The Babadook.